Karima Towns, writing over at the Center for American Progress's blog, Think Progress, says, on Wednesday night, Black Lives Matter protesters made good on their promise to keep the heat on presidential candidates, turning their sights on Jeb Bush. At a rally in North Las Vegas, Nevada, protesters called on Bush to speak out about racial injustice. At the end of the event, wait a minute, you didn't start out by disrupting the event? At the end of the event, the protesters chanted Black Lives Matter, which was quickly met with a chant of White Lives Matter and All Lives Matter from the people in the audience. And I would guess that it was a mostly white audience, given that it's a Republican event in Las Vegas. This, you've got audio of it? Oh, yeah. Play it, Shane. Play it, Shane.
Black Lives Matter! 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 Black Lives Matter!
White Lives Matter. White Lives Matter. Yeah. So basically, and Bush is making his way to the exit. And in fact, that's the over at the LA Times. And I don't see who wrote this. I'm sorry. I've got her picture, but I don't have a byline. But over at the LA Times, they say, Jeb Bush said, I have a record of empowering people and communities that had no chance. He did not deliver a closing statement as he typically does and quickly made his way to an exit, greeting supporters along the way. Behind him, a few dozen protesters raised their fists and began chanting Black Lives Matter. A few Bush supporters turned toward them and chanted All Lives Matter, White Lives Matter. Now, here's where it gets interesting. At the start of Wednesday's town hall, two protesters interrupted Bush chanting Black Lives Matter and were escorted out of the community center gymnasium where the event was taking place. Bush's campaign said the candidate met with Black Lives Matter advocates earlier in the day and discussed criminal justice reform and barriers to upward mobility. What? It's sort of like, Hillary Clinton meeting with the Black Lives Matter people quietly behind the scenes without the cameras. What's going on? The Think Progress article notes that when the Black Lives Matter protesters first got upset with Martin O'Malley at the Netroots Nation for saying all lives matter, Jeb Bush went on TV and said no one should have to apologize for saying all lives matter. The author, let's see, who was this? Karima Towns also notes Jeb Bush also blamed the uprisings in Ferguson and Baltimore on a lack of mentoring in those communities. Right. It's not like they need factories. It's not like they need jobs. It's not like our insane trade policies, which have been promoted by the Republicans since 1980, that are insane, and Democrats as well, that our insane trade policies have shipped all the jobs overseas. And so places like Baltimore and Ferguson have no economic base. That's got nothing to do with it. It's that there's not enough mentors for young black men. Right. Bush, by the way, said, to the Black Lives Matter protesters in Las Vegas yesterday, oh, as governor of Florida, I have a great record. Right. He signed the Stand Your Ground law so that George Zimmerman could get off on killing Trayvon Martin. He ended affirmative action with an executive order. This wasn't even the legislature. At Florida's public universities in 1999, a move that has decimated black enrollment. And he oversaw a voter purge. This was in 2000, just a few weeks before his brother was running for president. And he knocked, 40, 50, 60,000 African-American voters off the voter rolls? Well, he didn't do it. Katherine Harris did it at his request, and then he, repaid her by sending her off to Congress for one term, and then it turned out she was as crazy as you can get. And so they decided, okay, enough of that. Katherine, go back to the crazy house or something. But what's the deal with this?